So, what's your kind of approach to doing music for a show like This Is Us versus a show like Runaways?
They are completely different musical styles. And This Is Us is very organic. It's this homemade score where I use all acoustic instruments and acoustic guitar. I have a wooden table that I play all the percussion on. I sing on the score. There's cello, piano. It's a very homemade, feels like a 60s record or something. Marvel's Runaways is very analog synth heavy, and it feels like something you might have heard on Violator by Depeche Mode, or like a Depeche Mode record. So on This Is Us, I don't plug anything in. On Marvel's Runaways, I plug everything in.
And when you're composing music, do you kind of start with some ideas in your head, or do you watch footage and kind of think this would sound good here?
Both.
Both?
Yeah. On This Is Us, for example, we have season 3 starting in the fall. Over the course of the summer, I'll just start writing some general piece of music based on where I think the story is headed. Just global ideas. And then when I get into season, I'll see picture as well, obviously, and score to that. So it's a combination. On Runaways, the same thing. On Runaways, the main theme for Runaways, actually, what you see over the title cards in the beginning, I wrote that before I ever saw any picture. I wrote that the day I read the script for the first time. And I got offered the job. I went back home and I wrote that piece of music, and I sent it into Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage, and they're like, that's super cool. And then next thing you know, they sent that to the picture, the main title house or whatever, and they filmed all around LA to my piece in mind, and they cut to that piece. So combination of both.
Did you have any familiarity with Runaways comics before coming on to the project?
None at all.
Do you now?
Yes, a lot. None at all. But I had familiarity with the fun thing about that was that I could approach the music on Runaways in its own sort of way. Like I didn't feel like I had to follow any sort of traditional Marvel score palette, I felt like it could be its own thing. And I read the script, and I remember talking to Josh and Stephanie, and maybe what got me the job is I just said, look, this show is a rebellion. It's about the ultimate rebellion. It's about these kids rebelling against their parents, the very hands that feed them. There's no better form of rebellion to me than that. And I said, it reminds me of kind of like, just like the new wave, slightly rebellious new wave music I grew up listening to, like The Cure or the Smiths or Depeche Mode, New Order. I just thought that felt rebellious to me, because maybe I, as a kid, felt rebellious even listening to that stuff, and they were like, cool, you got the job. Perfect, yeah. I should say that on every gig, actually.
In watching the first season of Runaways, I made that comment to my partner, actually, is that this reminds me of Violator and Depeche Mode.
Oh, really?
It's my favorite band. And so in
cool.
listening to the score and hearing you say that, I hear that makes perfect sense.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Somebody was a big influence for me and that was actually, Somebody was like one of the least synthy songs of theirs. It was piano, but it was an inspiration for me to create the emotional theme for the kids. Just that 1 to 4 progression, simple, and just with a nice melody on top, But good ears. That's exactly, totally the vibe, totally the inspiration.
Maybe it's because I went and saw them on the tour last year, and it was in my mind.
There you go. Yeah.
Is there a dream project for you on the horizon somewhere, like one that is your ultimate thing that you want to score, or something that maybe you scored 10 years ago that you've kept in your back pocket?
So like something that already was scored that I wish I had gotten.
And your dream project.
Twin Peaks. I wish I had scored the original Twin Peaks, but I think I was probably how old was I? I was very young, so I probably wouldn't have even know what to do. But today, Angelo Badalamenti's score from that original Twin Peaks is really, that's also another inspiration for this score. It's just the idea of, it's simple, it's haunting, You hear the repeated themes, so that it gets stuck in your head like an earworm. It's equally haunting as it is moving and beautiful and scary at the same time.
And a little weird.
Weird. It's a hard thing to achieve, and he did such a great job of that in that score.
How much of a character is the music itself when it comes to doing shows?
It depends on the composer, it depends on the showrunners, it depends on how much they love or want music in their show. So in This Is Us, we're a very music-driven show. There's a lot of score this season especially, and songs that drive important moments. So, on that show, I feel like another character on that show in a way. And Runaways, same thing. I feel like Runaways, you feel it more than hear it. I think it's under the skin. It's kind of always adds. It just puts you in the mood constantly. It's just moody stuff, and I think music is such an important part of any show. You watch a movie without music. You watch a show without music. It's vastly different than with music. And sometimes shows without music are better without music too.
Knowing when to use it and when not to.
Right.
Yeah. How much would you say music does enhance a show?
A lot. If it's done right. I think we're in this. It's exciting to be part of this time in music and TV. This is an elevated age of TV for sure. We're in a golden age. There's some amazing composers who could do any movie in the world. Like a lot of these people on this panel, like some of these guys, like Jeff or Sean or any of these guys are super talented, and they could do any big movie, And so I think it's now more and more music is helping the projects because we've got some good people scoring these shows who are really talented, like those guys.
That's what I have to ask, so.
Cool.